Well, AI has done it again. It is setting headlines, this time over something a bit different than what you're probably used to it setting headlines for. It's not taking someone else's job, it's just having a hard time producing images of other people's races. And this isn't the first time we've seen this either. We can go back around a month to when Gemini was having a similar issue. Gemini being Google's AI image generation tool, and it essentially was unable to generate an image of a white male no matter what you asked it to do. If you gave it a prompt like asking for a 17th century physicist, it was just giving you a bunch of images that had nothing to do with it, and it got a lot of flack on Twitter for it until finally Google stepped up and they were like, oh, whoa. I guess we're gonna have to pause image generation for a bit because things are getting a bit out of hand, and they ended up pausing their service for a couple of, I think maybe a day or two, until it finally was operational and they were able to generate images of faces again. And there's some other funny examples. I mean, there is a white male in this one, but these are just obviously unrealistic based on history. And as a result, there was a lot of shit posting going on, like this image of Elon Musk. I mean, I don't think this one's AI generated. I think I remember seeing this image from like early 2023, so I doubt it's the result of a modern day image generation thing, but yeah, it's quite a situation. And it turns out today history is repeating itself because Meta's AI, which I cannot test because you have to use the Messenger or the Instagram messaging app to do it, and apparently it's not available to use in Canada. But essentially it all started when this guy wrote an article on The Verge where they were unable to generate an Asian man with a Caucasian woman. So just getting a photo of an Asian dude and a Caucasian woman next to him, it was impossible apparently for their AI to do it. He tried multiple different times, as you can see here, but no matter what type of prompt he actually put in, it was always another Asian woman with him. And now today on April 4th, he made another post saying that they have disabled generation for pretty much anything related to race at all. And he tried doing stuff like white man and Asian woman again, which just gave him an error message. He even tried to do stuff like African American man and even Latino man, but it just didn't generate anything. It kept returning the same error. And then 90 minutes after he came out of a meeting, it started working again for basic prompts like Asian man in suit. So I don't know what is going on over there at Meta HQ. It looks like they are trying to tweak the AI prompting models to only allow a certain amount of race defining within the prompts for people. And it is just not a problem that you would have expected these big companies to run into 5 years ago. If I were to tell you that AI is going to take over the world and each company is going to have their own AI that they're trying to make the biggest next thing, you would have never thought that a lot of the thought and engineering power would go into making sure image generation was politically correct or represented all races equally and fairly. You can't make stuff like this up, and even the writers of Black Mirror would have a hard time believing this one. And I made a video on TikTok around a month ago when the whole Twitter outrage thing happened about Gemini, and that got almost 3 million views on TikTok, and the comments were absolutely incendiary. Just a ton of political talk about whether companies should control these type of things or not, and whether or not it's even offensive to people. But I guess everyone is entitled to their opinion. I personally don't care that much. I feel like if you wanted an image of an Asian man and a Caucasian woman beside him, it is just simply a prompt that you're expecting to get an accurate image back. So I would expect that to work just fine. But other than that, I'll leave people that have a degree in philosophy for the AI portion of things to decide what is right and what is wrong. And in the meantime, we can all enjoy this giant AI war that is supposed to benefit all of us, yet so far everyone seems to be up in arms about. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.